ప్రత్యేక హోదానే రాష్ట్రానికి జీవనాడి అని స్పష్టమైన నేపథ్యంలో రాష్ట్రానికి ఇక జాప్యం లేకుండా ప్రత్యేక హోదా ఇవ్వాల్సిందిగా 5 కోట్ల ప్రజల తరపున స్టేట్మెంట్ ఇస్తూ ఈ తీర్మానాన్ని ప్రవేశపెడతా ఉన్నారు. స్పీకర్ గారికి అధ్యక్ష, I intend to move a resolution under Rule 77 and requesting you to waive the period of notice under Rule 358 of Rules of Procedure and Conduct of Business in the Andhra Pradesh Legislative Assembly.
On request from the Leader of the House, I am to announce to the House a resolution is waived under Rule 358 of Rules of Procedure and Conduct of Business in the Andhra Pradesh Legislative Assembly. దేని మీద క్లారిఫికేషన్? స్టేట్మెంట్ మీద. రెజల్యూషన్ కూడా మూవ్ చేస్తారు మీరు, రెండిట్ల మీద కూడా కలిసి.
అధ్యక్ష, దీంట్లో ఎటువంటి కాంట్రవర్సీస్ కూడా లేవు అధ్యక్ష. అనవసరంగా వాళ్ళు ఏదో జరిగిపోతుందని చెప్పి ఏదో ఇంకా ఫీల్ కావాల్సిన పని ఉంది. బేసిక్లీ రాష్ట్ర ప్రయోజనాల కొరకు గతంలో ఇదే చట్టసభలో గతంలో ప్యాకేజీకి ధన్యవాదాలు తెలుపుతూ రకరకాల పద్ధతుల్లో జరిగిన డ్రామాల మధ్య రికార్డును స్ట్రైట్ చేస్తూ మాకు ఎటువంటి ప్యాకేజీ వద్దు, మాకు ప్రత్యేక హోదానే కావాలి అని చెప్పి తెలియజేస్తూ రాష్ట్ర ప్రయోజనాలను దృష్టిలో పెట్టుకొని ఇది చదవడం జరుగుతూ ఉంది. ఈ రెజల్యూషన్ కూడా పాస్ చేయడం కూడా జరుగుతూ ఉంది. వీటిలో ఎటువంటి కాంట్రవర్సీ కూడా లేదు అధ్యక్ష. ఇంతకుముందు ఏదైతే నేను తెలుగులో చదివానో అదే తెలుగులో చదివిందే ఇంగ్లీష్లో మళ్ళీ ట్రాన్స్లేటెడ్ వర్షన్ మళ్ళీ నేను చదువుతాను. అదే రెజల్యూషన్ కాపీ అధ్యక్ష. ఇంకొకటి ఏమిటంటే అధ్యక్ష, ఇదే కాపీని నేను నీతి ఆయోగ్లో కూడా అందరి ముఖ్యమంత్రుల సమక్షంలో, ప్రధానమంత్రి గారి సమక్షంలో, కేంద్ర మంత్రిమండలి గారి సమక్షంలో కూడా దీన్నే చదివి వినిపించాను అధ్యక్ష అక్కడ కూడా. కాబట్టి ఇది పూర్తిగా రికార్డును స్ట్రైట్ చేయడం కోసం ఆంధ్ర రాష్ట్ర ప్రజలు ప్రత్యేక హోదా కోరుకుంటున్నారు అని చెప్పడం కోసం, మాకు ఎటువంటి ప్యాకేజీతో సంబంధం లేదు, మాకు అవసరం లేదు, మాకు ప్రత్యేక హోదానే కావాలి అని చెప్పడం కోసమే ఈ రెజల్యూషన్ అనేది ఇక్కడ నుంచి పాస్ చేస్తా ఉన్నాం అధ్యక్ష. రెజల్యూషన్ అధ్యక్ష, the Andhra Pradesh Assembly expresses serious concern about the distressing situation prevailing in the state of Andhra Pradesh. The Assembly affirms that the erstwhile state of Andhra Pradesh was bifurcated in unjust and inequitable manner against the wishes of the majority of the people. The fact that bifurcation would cause serious economic and financial hardships and unjust balance from jobs perspective to the successor state of Andhra Pradesh was completely ignored at the time of bifurcation. Andhra Pradesh inherited nearly 59% of the population, debt and liabilities of the erstwhile Andhra Pradesh, but only 47% of the revenues. The 14th Finance Commission estimated that post-devolution revenue deficit for Andhra Pradesh for the 5-year period between 2015 to 20 would be rupees 22,113 crores, and for the same period the Telangana would have a post-devolution revenue surplus of 1,18,678 crores. The Assembly is deeply concerned that the revenue deficit for the past 5-year period reached a whopping 66,362 crores, which is 3 times the amount estimated by the Finance Commission. The Assembly is aware of the fact that Hyderabad emerged during the last several decades as a super economic powerhouse, as is the case with several other capital cities in the country. Of the 57,000 crores of software exports from the Andhra Pradesh for the year 2013-14, to give you an example, Hyderabad city alone accounted for 56,500 crores. The present state of Andhra Pradesh has essentially remained an agrarian state with low economic buoyancy. The per capita revenue for 2015-16 financial year of Telangana stood at 14,411, whereas the same for Andhra Pradesh was a mere 8,397, to draw contrast. The Assembly recalls that the Parliament assured the nation, especially the people of Andhra Pradesh, that it would be granted special category status for a 5-year period as a precondition to bifurcation, and the residuary state would be adequately compensated through a number of development interventions, investments, in direct financial assistance to mitigate the economic hardships. The Assembly expresses its disappointment that the promises made in the Parliament by the ruling as well as the opposition parties while bifurcating the state have remained unfulfilled, leading to a great financial and social distress in the state. The debt of the residuary state was 97,000 crores at the time of bifurcation, is now reached a whopping 2,58,928 crores by the end of 2018-19. The House expresses concern that the interest on the debt alone is projected to be 20,000 crores per annum, in addition to the repayment of principal to the tune of another 20,000 crores. Further, there are huge contingent liabilities in the form of guarantees given for the loans availed by the state government entities. The Assembly is concerned that the employment generating potential has dropped so drastically that our children are leaving the state scouting for jobs. The Assembly recognizes that the grant of special category status would mean higher grants in aid to the state government. The per capita grants to the special category states is rupees 5,573, whereas Andhra Pradesh received only 3,428. The grant of special category status assumes significance because the states that have special category status alone enjoy special industrial incentives such as income tax exemption, exemptions pertaining to GST, other concessions, etc. The Assembly reiterates that special incentives are vital for our agrarian state, as it would enable rapid industrialization, leading to improved employment opportunities for the youth and the overall development of the state. The Assembly urges that the state requires super specialty hospitals, the state requires 5-star hotels, the state requires manufacturing industries, the state requires high-value service industries such as IT, state requires premier institutions of higher education and research to transform the economic architecture of the state, which is possible only with special category status. The Assembly has also noted that one of the ostensible reasons for not granting special category status to Andhra Pradesh was the recommendation of the 14th Finance Commission. This House is aware that the distinguished member of the 14th Finance Commission, Professor Abhijit Sen, explicitly stated that the 14th Finance Commission did not recommend the abolition of the special category status. The Assembly has noted the fact that the Union Cabinet, which met on March 2, 2014, had resolved to accord special category status to Andhra Pradesh and instructed the then Planning Commission to take expeditious action to implement the decision. The Assembly expresses its concern that due to lack of persuasion, the issue remained without any action in the Planning Commission until its abolition on 1st January 2015, when Niti Aayog came into existence. The Assembly expresses its firm opinion that there are no impediments whatsoever to conferring SCS on Andhra Pradesh. The Assembly has noted that in the history of this country, no other state was bifurcated with a precondition that special category status would be accorded to compensate the economic and financial hardships such bifurcation would entail, which was supported by both ruling and opposition parties that had representatives from all the states. The Assembly reiterates that this was also the first time that the state demanding bifurcation took away the capital that contributed significant revenues, while the residuary state was denied the capital city. The Assembly reaffirms that grant of special category status is an essential imperative to compensate the state for economic and financial deprivation to help launch it on the path of development trajectory. Considering that special category status is essential lifeline for Andhra Pradesh, the Andhra Pradesh Assembly resolves to request the Government of India to confer special category status on Andhra Pradesh with all the attendant financial benefits and industrial incentives without further delay. The Assembly also resolves to request the central government to fulfill all the provisions and assurances relating to the Andhra Pradesh Reorganization Act 2014 in letter and in spirit. అధ్యక్ష, ఇక ఏదైనా వాళ్ళు ఏదైనా చెప్పాలనుకుంటే గవర్నర్ స్పీచ్ మీద ఎట్లయినా కానీ చంద్రబాబు నాయుడు గారికి తర్వాత అవకాశం ఉంది. ఇప్పుడే కూడా మీరు ఎటువంటి బ్రేక్ లేకోకుండా కూడా మీరు కొనసాగించగలిగితే చంద్రబాబు నాయుడు గారు ఇప్పుడే తను చెప్పాలనుకున్న మాటలు కూడా గవర్నర్ స్పీచ్లోకి తను కలిపేసుకొని ఏమైతే మాట్లాడాలనుకున్నారో అవన్నీ కూడా మాట్లాడచ్చు అధ్యక్ష.